Recently, Brigadier General Anthony Mbuusi Lukwago and UPDF's Director of Public Information, Brigadier General Felix Klaije, UPDF officials and dignitaries from African Union handed over Balile Forward Operating Base to the Somalia National Army.
Yes, we are witnessing the handing over the report to the new Forward Commander.
Brigadier General Anthony Mbuusi Lukwago, the Sector 1 Contingent Commander whom we found, told UBC at Al-Ain Base Camp in Balile region that the Somali National Army hasn't met any attacks at the newly occupied base.
I handed over the FOB of Balile to the Somali National Forces. So far, I haven't had any bad incident that has occurred. If it had happened, I would have known. From what you saw, as we are handing over, you saw quite a number of forces were mobilized and they were brought there. They had all the equipment and they have all the trust that maybe that they will effectively defend that locality that we did hand over.
Brigadier General Lukwago says, ever since Atmis took ground in Somalia, peace and harmony has been restored.
There is a political people wanting to come to power. Today we have His Excellency Srcc Mahmoud, but there are also other people who are vying for that post. However, Somali observes elections every 4 years. They vote in 2 elections. So far since Uganda came in, I think we have seen 5 presidents coming in and going, but all of them have been democratically elected.
Somalia now boasts of numerous infrastructure developments, with the different countries establishing their own embassies.
Been engaged in a number of community key leader engagements with the local population, but also there have been dialogues with the government and the other, of course, supported by other partners.
Meanwhile, following the successful handover of Balile Forward Operating Base by UPDF to the Somali National Army, the head of Atmis, also the special representative of the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Ambassador Mohamed El-Almine Souef, implored UPDF's efforts in liberating the war-torn Somalia.
Al-Shabaab, they seize and they take, vessel and ship passing by, from the Red Sea, passing by the Indian Ocean, going down to the channel of Mozambique. It is a global challenge for the trade. I take this opportunity to commend that good work and to congratulate the UPDF and the leadership in Uganda. You have done a lot of sacrifices.
Despite the great wonders by Atmis to Somalia, there comes a gradual and deliberate time of transition to prepare Somali National Army ready to manage their own security affairs.
One day, we'll have to leave. This is like a family. A son is born, grow up, but one day he will leave his mom and he will go and get married, go somewhere else. So we need to prepare our moral that one day we will leave.
Responding to the forum to deal with the delays in compensating injured and families of the fallen soldiers, Ambassador Soeuf says they pay for the disabled in warfare and not the injured.
What we can do as the mission, if something happened like what happened in Blumarere last year, so we engage, our team in terms of investigation, assessment, and we document everything. All the file, we transfer them to Addis Ababa, and Addis Ababa is dealing with our partners, those who are in charge of the funding, if it comes to any compensation.
As the peace-contributing troops await Atmis transition from Somalia in December this year, the Al-Shabaab still carries out attacks in Somalia.
The Al-Shabaab, an armed force group that has been fighting to overthrow the elected government of Somalia, to come out with a more inclined Islamic, hardline Islamic group that looks at governing the country on the strict Sharia law. So that is the armed forces, and these are basically why we are here, to actually support the government in quelling that rebellion of the Al-Shabaab.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.